This is the show where we teach you how to become very wealthy by getting out of debt, and we take the young entrepreneur to the successful business owner. Stick around. This is the game of life. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm Brady Nichol, and this is the game of life. And so what we're talking about is budgeting. How do we budget? Why do we budget? Well, I'm going to give you an example of a written budget that I've come up with that you guys are just going to love. Guys, the whole purpose of budgeting is so that we don't have to know where our money's going. We already have it wrote out for the month before it ever begins. Now, as a carpenter, I'm a carpenter by trade. The first step to building a house is a sturdy foundation, a strong foundation. And so the budget is our foundation. We don't have to wonder what to spend on food every month because the budget tells us. We don't have to wonder what to spend on clothes every month because the budget tells us. So if you get on a written plan and follow it, you will see so much success with your money. And so I'm going to walk you through how to write a proper budget right now. So this is the basic budget, and you always add your income to the very top of the page. $5,200 a month is an average income in America. And so as you go through this, you'll list down all your expenses on the left side, and to the right side, you're going to add what they cost. And you can add what kind of account they're coming out of just to help you keep track of it. That helps us. This is how we do it here. Now, I have to stop and talk about giving and saving because as a Christian, I believe that 10% goes to your local church. Now, you should always do giving in some way because there's three things that you can do with money. It's either you give it, you save it, or you spend it. So I believe to live a full life, you should always be giving to something that you believe in. Now, saving, you have to pay yourself. You have to put something back or you won't ever get ahead. So I don't put those necessarily in my budget. I may write them on there, but they come out before anything else. So as you go down, I have to talk about the four walls. Now, as a carpenter, when you get the foundation done, you put your floor down, and then you build the walls. These are the most important things on your budget. The things that you need to survive. You need a house, you need somewhere to stay, and you need utilities that are gonna, your electric and water and your gas, whatever you use, and then food. You have to have food, and you have to have some kind of transportation, whether it's a car or a truck or a bus, cab, bike, whatever it is, whatever you're going to pay for that each month. Those are the most important things that go on your budget. This is what it takes to survive. So once you list down all your expenses and just go through there and really dig in and think how much you're going to pay for these items each month and total it up. Get your monthly total for your necessities. And you see this income minus outcome equals 0. 5,200 minus 3,410 is not 0. You notice that, but it will be. So what is left after 5,200 minus 3,410? Well, it's $1,790. That's what we have left to work with. Now we're going to make this budget a zero-based budget, meaning that income is 5,200 minus outcome is 5,200 equals 0. Now, and I'm not saying you're going to spend $5,200 on everything, but if you're in debt, $1,700 a month is a great source to pay off debt. It's a huge shovel, and you may have a super big hole, but with that kind of money that you could throw towards debt after you've figured out everything else that you have to pay for the month, that is amazing. And like I said, you may not have that much left over at the end of the month. But when you put everything at your debt and get everything paid off, then you can really start to build your wealth. And so when you take that, and you may add things, you may say, okay, maybe I can add $100 more to entertainment, $200 for entertainment, or you can up your life insurance or your child care or anything else that you could spring on. But you also want to make sure that you are knocking off debt. You want to get your debt paid off as quick as possible. The fastest path to building wealth is your income and being out of debt, because you are giving all your money away to bankers and credit unions, and when you're doing that, you're really wasting your money. You're giving it all away, and you have nothing left to build. So the point is that every dollar has a name, and when we're intentional with our money, when we're intentional with budgeting, guys, the sky is the limit. You will pay off debt, you will grow your bank and build wealth so fast when you tell your money what to do. And you have to break the cycle and quit spending more money than you make. It's that simple. When you're spending less money than you make, you pay yourself. And you feel like you got a raise. Spouses, if you're married, you have to be involved in the budget together. That is so big. One person cannot carry the financial weight of their whole family on their shoulders. It does not work that way. The budget does not work if both partners are not involved and agree on it 110%. Did you know money fights are the #1 cause of divorce? Why wouldn't we be on the same page as our spouse? So both of you need to sit down, write the budget out, put it up on the fridge like it's a contract, and follow it. I cannot say this enough. You have to actually follow it. You have to use the budget, and not as a guideline, but an order, a written order that if you have set it into place and it's broken, you're going to have a budget meeting with your spouse and you're going to figure out what the heck happened. Hey guys, if you like this video, hit the like button below. Also, hit this little subscribe button so you can see all our great content each week. Guys, if you didn't like the video, that's okay too. I want to hear it. I want to know. I want to see your feedback in the comments. Also, you can reach me at brady@itsthegameoflife.com. If you have questions, send them to me. I will help you out the best I can. Guys, you have to get going on this budget. So right now, I'm going to put a link in the description that you can download our budgeting tool. Get going on your budget today. Guys, that's all I have for you this week. Thank you so much for joining me. This is The Game of Life.